Welcome to the Week in Review, the show that brings you up to date on the week that was. Here are the top stories. With refining margins under pressure, RIL's results disappoint. State Bank of India hikes rates and withdraws teaser loans. And grab those umbrellas because India is set to have a normal monsoon. We start with India's biggest company, Reliance Industries, which has reported disappointing fourth quarter earnings. Net profit climbed 14.1% to 5,376 crores. That number was far below analyst expectations, which hovered at around 15%. On the bright side, RIL's turnover beat most estimates. It grew 26% to 72,674. One of the factors eating into profits is the slow growth in RIL's gross refining margins. The GRM for the quarter was $9.20 per barrel compared to $7.50 in the same period last year. RIL has usually enjoyed robust margins because its sophisticated refinery at Jamnagar can process heavier and cheaper crude oil. But with oil prices rising across the board, that cost advantage has reduced. Also in earnings, India's biggest IT firm, Tata Consultancy Services, has beaten all expectations. Net profit jumped 23% to 2,402 crores and revenues increased to 10,157. TCS Managing Director N. Chandrasekharan said he expected to see a steady supply of fresh deals in the coming year. But despite the positive outlook, there are speed bumps on the road ahead for TCS. Profit margin fell 153 basis points to 23.7%. The decline was caused by currency fluctuations and the removal of some tax exemptions. HCL was the other software firm that posted better than expected results during the week. Net profit rose 33% to 468 crores in the 3 months to March. The company said its profit was partly the result of lower losses from forex transactions, quite unlike TCS. HCL also saw a healthy revenue growth of 4,138 crores. Moving on to other news, State Bank of India has hiked its lending rates by 25 basis points. Its base rate is now at 8.5% and its new benchmark prime lending rate has gone up to 13.25. SBI is the first bank to make loans more costly since the Reserve Bank hiked policy rates in March. And SBI was also withdrawing its so-called teaser home loan schemes following concerns from the Reserve Bank. On Wednesday, Chairman Pradeep Chaudhary announced his bank would launch new loans tied to the revised base rate. Moving to the energy industry, Vedanta might need the government's green light to acquire CAIRN-India, but it isn't waiting passively. On Tuesday, it bought a 10.4% stake that Malaysia's Petronas holds in CAIRN-India. The deal is worth 6,620 crores. Vedanta subsidiary Sesa Goa made the purchase at a price of 331 rupees per share. That's a discount compared to the 335 rupees per share in its ongoing open offer for 20% of CAIRN-India. India is likely to have normal rainfall this year. On Tuesday, Science and Technology Minister Pawan Kumar Bansal announced the Met Department's long-range forecast for the southwest monsoon. Rainfall in the June to September period is expected to be 98% of the long period average. That's with an error margin of plus minus 5%. Incidentally, the long period average for 1951 to 2000 is 89 centimeters. Monsoons account for 80% of all of India's rainfall and are the primary source of water for most agriculture. And here are some stories in brief. Food inflation is picking up pace after 3 weeks of slowing down. India's food price index shot up 8.74% in the period to the 9th of April. The previous week, it increased by 8.28%. New figures have revised upwards India's exports during the last fiscal. Merchandise exports grew 37.5% year-ending March to $246 billion. Commerce Minister Anand Sharma said that figure exceeded the government's own target of $200 billion and that engineering goods drove the growth. The 5 executives charged in the 2G scandal have been sent to jail. On Wednesday, the special CBI court hearing the case rejected their bail applications. And the next day, the Delhi High Court turned down their appeal against that decision. And finally, motorcycling enthusiasts could soon ride out of the store with a Harley bike made especially for India. Several people associated with the project have told Mint Harley's Indian arm is working with local suppliers to develop such a model. If all goes well, the bike will be out in mid-2012 or early 2013. That's all we have for you. Thanks for watching.